What's up guys, welcome back to the channel. If this is your first time here, my name is Edward and on Instagram I go by Trail Ready Forerunner. Welcome. So in this video we're going to take this old beat up steering wheel and repair it to look like new. Let's get into the video. So I know I'm not the only one with a horrendous steering wheel. Mine is really bad. It's starting to like crack, but like deep crack. It's not peeling. The leather isn't peeling. It's actually cracking. So I've used a steering wheel cover for I don't know how many years. And recently a buddy of mine has been going and trying to find new steering wheels. He's found all sorts of them, black ones. This comes from a Lexus. I believe it's an ES 300 or something, but it's the exact same steering wheel as the 3rd gen Forerunner. So the only difference is this has a wooden top and bottom. And this is good because this won't peel. The only thing that happens to this is that the clear coat cracks, but we're going to repair that as well as repair these minor imperfections that this guy has. So as you can see, it's not terribly bad, but it is in rough shape. This side is worse. You can even take the leather portion of repair that I'm going to do and apply it to any vehicle. So this should be helpful for a lot of people. I've researched a ton of videos and I've picked stuff from a couple of videos here and there to try to repair this. I've never done something like this, so you guys are going to learn with me, I guess. So what I've learned is that you can repair the leather part with just regular crazy glue or super glue. I'm a little skeptical. It doesn't make any sense to me why you would put super glue on leather, and I'm worried about it not feeling the same as leather. So we're gonna see if this works. I got this fairly inexpensive, so I'm down to test it on my unit and see if it helps you guys out. The next thing you guys are gonna get is a wipe-on poly, which you're gonna be able to apply with just rag to fix the imperfections in the wood area. So the wipe-on poly, what it's going to do is it's going to fill all the little cracks that are on this unit. And then of course we're going to need sandpaper. So the sandpaper we're going to use for both the steering wheel top wood and the leather. And then finally, to touch up the leather to make it look nice and pretty, we're going to use SEM color coat. And I've researched and it seems like this color here matches this Lexus steering wheel, which is also the same color as our 3rd gen Forerunners. So you can look up SEM's color swatches to kind of figure out what color works for your steering wheel. And this is the Monterey 15723. And all this stuff is available on Amazon, so I'll link it down below so you guys can pick it up. But we're going to try to take this steering wheel and make it brand new. If you have a 3rd gen steering wheel that just needs repair, go ahead and follow the leather portion of this and just follow it all the way through. If it does have wood, you can use the wood section of this video. If you guys are interested in purchasing steering wheels, my buddy has picked up a couple and I'm not sure if he's going to pick up more, but I'll leave his information down below so you guys can contact him to see if he has any in stock. All right, let's start prepping the steering wheel. All right guys, so I went on Amazon and I got an assortment of sandpaper. So we'll probably only be using 400 grit to start it off and then 800 to finish off the project. All right, so the first step is we're gonna take this painter's tape and go ahead and start masking off this whole steering wheel. All right, so our first step is to knock down all these imperfections. And once we hit it with this 400 grit, we're gonna see a lot of fuzz on the leather, but that's okay. So we're gonna create fuzz by smoothing out all these edges. And then once we do that, we'll go ahead and see if we have any deep gouges. Once we got deep gouges, we'll go ahead and move over to the super glue and fill them in and sand them off. Once we get that all pretty smooth, we'll go ahead and hit it with a smaller grit sandpaper to smooth it all out. So let's start. So go ahead and just start sanding the whole steering wheel just to get it all even. And it's gonna look messed up before it looks good, so. It's probably easier if you make small squares out of it too, so it fits in your hand a little easier. You get a microfiber towel to kind of clean off all the dust. So I could still feel the divots. This is looks terrible, but we can fix it. We'll work on this side now. All right, so now we're gonna take our super glue and apply it to these small areas where you feel like there's a divot. And you don't need a lot. This is so hard to do on screen, on camera. What the hell? You just want to put a little bit. Slightly wipe it and just let it dry. And you don't want to take it all off, just take a little bit of it off, and we'll go back and hit it with sandpaper to smooth it all out, so it doesn't have to be perfect. And what this does, as well as filling in the holes, it holds down the leather so it doesn't peel back up. So Do it to any imperfection you see. Right here, we got 2 more on this back side where your fingertips go. And I used the gel. I didn't get the regular super glue. I got the gel just so it's a little more workable and not runny. It's starting to feel pretty good, actually. This side is. Fucked up. Alright, this area is super big, so I'm just going to try to apply a thin coat to the edge and hopefully smooth it all out. When I first saw a video of people putting super glue on their steering wheel, I thought they were ruining it. I hope this works. I honestly don't know. But if the video's out, it obviously worked. And make sure your garage is well ventilated if you're going to do this big of a super glue project, because holy crap, my eyes. Luckily the steering wheel doesn't have large gouges. It's just a whole lot of peeling. So I don't have to use a ton of super glue, but I am spreading it out so that it fills in any of this loose leather. It's nice and dry. We're gonna go ahead and start lightly sanding this and see where we can get it. I can still slightly feel it. If you close your eyes and rub your hands, you'll start feeling the imperfections. So what we're gonna do is we're gonna keep sanding and then see where we need a little more super glue. And as you can see, we're not taking off all of the leather. It's just a fine coat of it. We still got, you can feel the difference here and here, but for the most part. Alright, so after 2 coats or 2 passes of super glue and sanding, it's getting really smooth. Like some of these I can't even feel. Like I can feel this one, I can't feel this one, I can't feel this one, I can feel this one, but I'm not going to get it perfect just because my truck's a beater. I mean, I use it to go off-roading. I use it to, you know, so it doesn't have to be like new. I just wanted something that's not peeling everywhere. But this actually feels really good. I'm super surprised. All right, so after hitting it with the 400, it's really smooth. So it knocked off a lot of the rough edges. There's still some imperfections, I feel. So I'm going to give this another coat of super glue. Hopefully a thin one, and then go back to the 800 to finish it off. But we're almost there. Yeah, that one just came up. So the more you sand, the more that it's going to come up. So don't go super crazy, because this one just came up. So the leather is peeling here. But everything else feels really good. These two bumps right here, I can feel with my eyes closed, like I can feel them. But I think I'm just going to sand them down a little bit and try to make them go away. Yeah, I can feel them a little bit still, but way better. So the thing with like imperfections is if you can feel them, you're going to be able to see them. And that's why I'm doing a lot of touching and feeling, is because once you put the paint on it, you're going to see them even more, because you'll see like shadows and stuff in it. So that's why you want to get it as smooth as possible. But I mean, if you're not going for looks or anything, you just want a smooth steering wheel, kind of back to factory or as close as possible, you can leave it the way this is. I can barely feel it if I close my eyes. I'm going to leave it. I'm not going to throw more super glue on this side. I'm going to work on this side now. It's pretty smooth. There's like a couple of imperfections I can feel, but nothing super crazy. All right, guys, so we're going to take the color coat and go ahead and give it a light coat. All right, here we go. All right, I'm gonna flip it and try to do the back side with a light coat as well. And then we'll let this dry. And for the second coat. All right, so I went ahead and gave it about 3 coats of paint, and this is the result that I got. I'm shooting fairly close so that you guys can see the quality and coverage that you'll get. Hopefully this helps you in deciding if this paint is for you or it isn't for you. I also want to capture some detail so you can see the imperfections. This way you can decide for yourself if this process is for you or not. Another thing that I wanted to talk about is this is a budget way of repairing your steering wheel. There are other ways that I looked up, but this looked a lot easier to digest, and I wanted to create a video that anybody would be willing to try on their own. The other process of repairing a steering wheel would be to use dyes to color instead of the spray paint, and then leather filler to fill in imperfections. I personally, I've never worked with leather, so I was a little skeptical on trying those methods just because I knew it'd be a complete learning curve, and I kind of just wanted something simple to repair my steering wheel. That was the bottom line. And I think this video would help a lot more people out than trying to make it look like professional. But before I let you guys go, I wanted to give you guys a huge thank you to all of my supporters. We've grown fairly quickly the past year, and I can't thank you guys enough. I definitely want to put out a lot more content for you guys this coming up year, which I'm super excited to do. It's a lot of work, and I'm terrible in front of camera, but thank you guys. I truly appreciate it. All right, that's all for this one, guys. Like the video if you liked it, subscribe if you're not already, and I'll see you guys in the next video. Peace out.